Okay, so who can tell me what a La Folia is? What's a La Folia? I'm kind of giving you the answer. What did you say? What does it mean? The madness. I've heard that before. So what's the thing about our piece, La Folia, that we play? What's the... It's variations on the same theme. So what's similar in every variation? The harmonic pattern. Great. So it's a chord progression. La Folia is, it's a 16-note chord progression. So we have two sort of repeating 8 measures or notes or however you like. So let's go over this. Let's read this harmonic pattern. At the top line is written as it would be for piano. I'll just show you what we're doing here. And the bottom line gives you the bass clef written out in treble clef. So can you guys play the top and you guys play the bottom line, and then you guys can play the top, bottom, and I'll play the top or bottom. Okay, so let's just, for each count, like 1, 2, 3. Do you guys know what you're playing? Top, bottom. So pick a staff. If you can read bass clef, you can read the top staff, but if you want to read treble clef, read the bottom staff. Okay. Yes. Yeah, if you want to transpose the bass part an octave lower, because the treble's written a little bit high, feel free to do that. If you don't feel comfortable doing that, just read it as is.
So the second line is the same as what's printed at the top?
Yeah, these, like, you're just going to read, go ahead and just read the bottom staff, because that has both the treble and the bass line written out in treble clef. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. For every variation in La Folia. It's the same harmonic progression over and over again. So, back in the 17th and 18th century, people used to use this harmonic progression to improvise on. So we're going to try a little bit of improvisation to create our own variation of La Folia. So, if you look at the bottom staff, I wrote out each quality of the chord. So in D minor, what would we assign a D minor chord, like in Roman numerals? Are you guys all taking theory? Yeah. Who's taking theory? Raise your hand if you're taking theory. Have you guys done Roman numerals? Okay, all right, well this is maybe a little bit advanced, but you can at least, okay, so what are the notes in a D minor arpeggio, or a D minor chord? D, D, F, A. Yep. Okay, what are the notes in an A major chord? A, C sharp, E. Notes in a C major chord? C, E, G. What are the notes in an F major chord? F, A, C. And then the next one is another C major. So what are the notes in a C major chord? C, E, G. The next one is D minor. What are the notes in a D minor chord? D, F, A. And then the notes in an A major chord? Okay, what is this? Does anyone know what the 7 means?
With the
Yeah, you add another fifth. So A, C sharp, E, G. That's a dominant 7. That just means the chord is like really filled out with an extra fifth on top, an extra third on top. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do to start improvisation. I'm gonna have my teaching assistants hold the bass line, and you guys are gonna just play any note that you can think of in the chord. So we'll start with D minor, so you can just play wherever you want. So get familiar with where the notes in the chord are on your instrument. It doesn't have to sound like anything. I want you to just find the notes and play them out. And then I'll tell you when we're going to switch to the next chord. So you have to be watching for the next chord to tell you what notes to play. So we're going to start with the first chord, which is D minor. So this is your time to be creative and play whatever you want and however you want. You can do long notes, you can do short notes, but you're just finding the notes on your instrument. So let's hold the D minor chord, and I want you guys to play notes in the D minor. Switch them out. Okay, next is going to be A major. Let's go to A major chord. Now you guys find notes in A major scale. Now D minor again. Now C major. Now it's F major. Now C major. Now a D minor. And then A major. And stop. Great. So, what we're going to do now is we're going to improvise on those chords, but we're going to keep the time. So each chord is going to get 3 counts, and I want you guys to just, you can make sort of a more melodic line or whatever, and then once we try it with a beat, we're going to try it in groups of 2. Okay, so you guys will come up with an improvisation with a partner. Okay? So let's do the same thing, and we're going to keep a pulse on each chord. So 1, 2, 3. Now next one. And C. Now F. And then C. Now D. And A. Okay, that went quicker, right? So you have to kind of think ahead. Okay, so let's see if we can, let's do groups of 2. And the thing about this is you don't have to keep changing the notes while you're improvising. You can just hold on to one. So can we do an example? So maybe me and Helen will try. How much time do I have left?
Join a group.
Am I good?
What's our time? What's our time?
We have 5 more minutes.
5 minutes. So me and Helen are going to try first, and then I'll have someone else try. So if you guys want to play the chords for us, okay, are you ready?
Are we both improvising?
We're both improvising together, okay? And you can make it more lyrical. You don't have to be fishing for notes. Just do whatever you want. You can hold one note the whole time. It doesn't matter.
Like just notes in the D minor?
No, we're both going to do our own improv like together and see what it sounds like together. But we're going to follow the chord progression, and we're going to also keep a beat. So here, if you guys want to play the chords, that'll help us. 1, 2, 3. Progression just because it sounds a little bit heavy and I want to hear the two people that are improvising. So how about we start now with the stands. Julie can help you too. We can have groups of 3 improvising. And then, yeah, let's listen and be supportive. And the piano, we can just have the piano play the chorus. All right, you ready? Okay, so when in doubt, just play one note and play it as beautifully as you can. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Improvisation is that you shouldn't feel nervous at all because there's really no right or wrong way to do it. It's you just kind of experimenting and seeing what happens. So there's really no need to feel nervous, just play out. It's kind of like something creative that we do. There's no right or wrong answer and people are really supportive with improvisation. Okay, and it can be weird too. It doesn't have to sound traditional. Let's try our next stand. Are you ready? Whatever you're playing, play out.
And let's have Julia play along because we're...
Okay. Oh, we only have 3 minutes? Okay. So we have a group of 3, and TAs you can just watch. All right. 1, 2, 3. And that's all she wrote. Good job.